Hello and welcome back to the Ironman series. If I sound a little bit different, I had actually gone and purchased myself a new mic so that we shouldn't have any of those really quiet videos. But as I'm sitting here doing some fishing, I'm going to be getting up to 52 so that I can do Desert Souls in Menifos. And then on top of that, I do have 52 cooking easily banked. So I'll be getting that right after this clip. But I just wanted to go over kind of some of the goals for the episode today. Kind of going to be a longer episode. So 52 fishing and cooking is on the list for Menifos, as I just said. Right after I get this, I do have a lot of archaeology AFK that I was working on and getting some smithing up as well. I have a bunch of pre-made items that I can go ahead and just process, which is great. And it's been a few episodes since I've said this, but I want to get and there's 52 fishing. But I want to get a Reaper assignment done, so I'm going to be doing the giant mole in this episode, as well as getting some quests like Ghost Ahoy, Vessel of the Harbinger, which is I think the one right after that I need, as well as One Small Favor and King's Ransom, so that I can get some of those new prayers unlocked. And 52 Necromancy is a big ticket item on this list as well. Just want to get that so I can get those two conjures, so I can have the ghost and the skeleton available. And then I am still working on the player-owned farm so that I have my my sheeps that are available to get the spring down wool. I think is the one that I can get right now because I don't have the seasonalizer. But that is kind of the breakdown of this episode. Kind of a long breakdown, but I will come back after I get 52 cooking and then start my archaeology. Welcome to the episode. Okay, so shortly after I just finished up the intro and got that 52 fishing and cooking, I am over here starting to do archaeology. So if you are not familiar with this skill, essentially you go to a bunch of hotspots around the kind of map and get to pick up some of these artifacts that are damaged. And you just come to this archaeology guild and start to fix them up. You actually have a little material storage within here, which is like a second bank for archaeology. But what you do is you just spend some time and fix them up. And as you see, you kind of get a crazy amount of XP. It doesn't look like I have enough to finish that one. So I'm going to need to get some more Imperial Steel, which I think is easy enough to find. I think it's literally right over it in these ancient doors. But you'll just restore these artifacts and then you'll hand them in to collectors like Volusia right here is one of them. And she'll give you some chronotes, and there's 33. She'll give you some chronotes, which is a currency that you can use to spend within the archaeology shops essentially, and you can buy outfits like this guy right here has the archaeology outfit, and other things that just help with archaeology in the future. But I'm going to finish this up. As you see, we're getting about 520 XP drops, and like I said, it looks like I still need to get some of the materials to fix some of these up. So what I'll do is I'll finish cleaning these up, and then figure out what materials I need, and then I'll come back with that. As you see, I've handed in two things already, but this will end up getting us a new relic. So the seal of something. We essentially give this to the monolith in the archaeology guild. I forgot my my archaeology journal, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and then we're going to teleport over and we will give the rest to Volusia over here. So we're going to go ahead and do archaeology collection. We're going to contribute all. And as you see, we got these crow notes within here, which allows us to shop at the archaeology store over here. I don't know if that's actually the term for it, but Israel has all of these things that are available for us. Right now, nothing is really worth buying. These are really good temporary boosts, but you end up getting them throughout the days. Same with time worm tinctures, which allow you to make spirit attraction potions, which for maybe old school players don't exist. What it does is we have some of these spirits that you can go ahead and conjure. You don't necessarily conjure them by doing anything specific. It's things like Seren spirits that come off of different gear you can get, like the Grace of the Elves. But that's besides the point. When we get up to Assistant, we can get better upgrades for all of the things that we're already using. And I think in achievements, we can see what we need to do for the Assistant, which is archaeology level 40, and then excavations and restorations. So we have 20 out of 25 for that, and 21 out of 25. I don't know how I got an extra artifact, but that's neither here nor there. In level 40. So I think I'm going to pause this for now and kind of go forward on some other goals. But I am going to offer the relic over here, and then it'll give us a pop-up of kind of what we received for doing that. So coming over here, what do we get? Because I forget. Again, from one of the other episodes, I haven't done this since the start. 10% gain at the Heart, Farming Guild, and Menaphos and Mazcab. I think I'm going to put that on because I don't have anything else to use. So I'm just going to use that for now. Okay, coming in on this next pair of boots, we get 50 smithing, which allows us to make rune. In RS3, they had a while ago a mining and smithing change where they added a whole bunch of new ores and smithing armors. So you have like orichalcite, you have necronium and bane. They just did it again recently where they added the primal bars, which is essentially fitting for dungeoneering. So you mine all the dungeoneering things on Daemonheim, and you get to smith those into primal weaponry and primal armor, which is pretty cool. But for the time being, I'm going to finish up this page of burial, which you essentially just make these and give them to the gods, I guess. And then I'm going to make myself a rune ore box so that when I go and start mining again, I can start filling that up. But for the time being, I'm just going to finish these up. And I think what's going to be next, I'm just going to check on my POH. I don't think I'm going to record that, but I'm just going to check on my POH and then go into getting ready for my first Reaper, which is exciting. Okay, here I am with the first instance of Giant Mole. What I'm probably going to do is record this, maybe speed it up a little bit just to kind of show off what we're doing here. And there is that not only mole kill, but 52 necromancy, which allows us to get the 2 active conjures, which is huge for doing mole here. All right, coming up on kill number 2, as I just get completely obliterated as I started the recording. But that one went a lot smoother here. The only thing that I'm thinking is with 54, I get the Soul Sap and Soul Strike ability, which allows me to not have to really worry about the Berserk phase, which was that balance. And, you know, I can kind of try to go through these a little bit quicker, and I lost prayer. But that is mole kill number 2. I'm going to kind of get some better... or I'm going to re-gear and get some prayer back. I know right outside of here I can just get some prayer. So I might just go do that. I think I have enough food and stuff like that, so I don't think I'll need to do that. But we'll go here for number 3. Is our first Reaper assignment done? I'm going to see what the next one will be. So I'm going to head over to Death right now. That assignment wasn't too bad. I mean, we did actually get the Slayer level for Smoking Kills, which is pretty great. But I'm just going to go ahead and see kind of what we have in store for our next one. Reaper points are pretty important because you can get Hydrixes with the Reaper points, which allows you to make the Reaper necklace, as well as, it's not the Berserker necklace, Necklace of Souls. And then on top of that, you can make the EOF once you get to a high enough level, which is, it's pretty far away for us, but might as well start getting the points now. You need more in the long run to make more of them. I think it's alchemical hydrixes that you need for the EOFs, and then you need the dust to repair them. So I'm just gonna see what we get. Oh, sorry, I saw what we got. We got more mole, so we can do those a little bit later on. I need to get some stuff done right now, so I am going to do that and come back a little bit later. Okay, so there is level 40 divination. I was doing the tutorial for these memory shards at the Fountain of Guthix. I didn't think that I was going to actually pan that in, so I wasn't prepared to record, but there is 40 divination. I just kind of wanted to do some AFK and kind of figure out what's up next. Oh, I need to assign it to a plinth, I think, right? Echo plinth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. I maybe over here. There it is. All right, but I'm just gonna go ahead and continue on with this. Okay, back at the Fountain of Energy, or something for Guthix. I am handing in these 2 engrams. Ended up getting us up to 45 divination, which is huge. I know I do have 1 more level till I get that new sign of the porter, which is kind of the goal for this. I know this really wasn't on the goals for the episode, but I know when I start to do more invention later on, I'm going to need, not invention, archaeology later on, I'm going to need those. So I just handed those in, and I'm going to start on probably Ghosts Ahoy and get that taken care of. Right in the quest log, I realize I may not have it available for me, but I'll find out what I need. I think I just need 1 more agility level, which should be easy enough to get. So I'm going to check that out and come back when I have that quest finished. Here we are coming up to the end of Ghosts Ahoy, which gives us some prayer XP and free passage to the Port Phasmatis. And we also get the empty the chance to empty the ecto file so that we can teleport right to here, make it a nice quick teleport. I don't really have, oh, sweet. I don't really have any bones that I can really use on this, but I think that's going to be a future item that I'll need to focus on. But that is one step closer to Vessel of the Harbinger, which is right here. So I just need to kind of get these things done, some Necromancy XP. I do have 2 quest points to get for the next Maze Caravan, so I may go ahead and just take out these, quick short ones. I don't think that this one gives me any. No, so I'll do Rune Mechanics and Not Great Expectations, but I may just do Chef's Assistant just to get those quest points up. Okay, sitting in the Falador Bank right now, just doing some prayer potions. About to get 44 herb lore, which gives me Haralander Tar, which is really not that great. I think I want to use my Haralanders for the Gothic's Rests. But besides that, I just wanted to get some potions ready for going back to Giant Mole. I'm not sure if I'm going to show it, but I definitely died in the the last kill. I just brought salmon, which I thought was going to be enough, so I think I was just a little bit wrong because I went for a multi-kill trip. But I'm going back to the mole to get this final one. That's going to leave us at 7 kill count, but I might just keep going, or actually I can get another Reaper after this because it's the next day. But I'm going to get another Reaper and probably continue on with Mole just so that I can unlock that War's Retreat teleport. Soul Sap and Soul Strike, so now I can actually do that mole mechanic properly. But also we got 38 Slayer, which is a requirement for a few things. Nothing that we're going to do today, but I'm going to go ahead, pick up the rest of my stuff here. And then get a new Reaper task, and we'll see what that is. I have a feeling that it's most likely going to be either Mole, possibly Calphite Queen. I don't know what level you are going to need for Calphite Queen, but we're just going to kind of see what we get here. We ended up getting Giant Mole again. All right, so we did get Giant Mole again. I'm going to try it with Mealy and kind of give you a recording of how it goes. I did make those prayer pots. I don't remember where I got the super strength, but I'm probably gonna need it, so we're gonna try it out. There is 10 kills at Giant Mole. Also, that allows us, and you'll see in a second, to actually get the War's Retreat teleport, which is a crazy close teleport to the bank. So just wanted to get that out of the way and have that available for whenever we need to use it. So I'm going to go pick that up. For right now, I think I kind of want to focus on questing. I think the next thing that I want to do is get Menaphos open. So I'm gonna check in to see what that entails. And there is level 40 Slayer and the end of my current Reaper task. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up another one. Did I forget? I did forget to pick up the rest of the stuff because I had stuff in my bank, but that's all right. I think it's literally just some bird's nests that I'm missing out on, which isn't the biggest deal. So I'm going to go ahead and get a new task. I'm going to see kind of what that is. I'm guessing it's either going to be Giant Mole again, or we may get possibly King Black Dragon or something along those lines. But we'll see what we get and kind of go from there. Here is the end of Diamond in the Rough. Not a ton of XP is gained during this, but what will be useful is actually getting into Menaphos so that we can get better food. I think what's up next is the Jack of Spades, which also isn't too long of a quest. So I'll go ahead and get that done and get into Menaphos. I think we are really just kind of waiting to get the 35 agility to get one small favor done, so then we can get into King's Ransom, but I'm going to unlock Menaphos first. There is the end of Jack of Spades. I just saw also that we now have the access, actually before I do that, we now have the access to go to May's Caravan. Where am I in this place? So that's really great that we can go get another dice to roll and some more cash. But for now, I'm going to activate this lodestone and go pick that up. What I kind of have planned in mind right now is get this Menaphos lodestone, which is completed. And one thing that is kind of in my thought process is going back to the fort and getting my construction up a little bit more. The reason why is that we have the baitless perk that we can use for the aquarium, and I want to get that started, just so that I can sit down here in the ports district and pretty much just fish as much as I can, to get this port favor up as well as the rest of the favor. There's a few quests that are associated with that, so I'll aim to do that. And let's see what we get for the dice, which is Black Plate Skirt H3 and another fortunate component. Perfect. And another 250k. So that is great. I'm probably going to just fish a little bit right now so that I can get some good food going for future bossing. Okay, coming in here with 60 smithing. I have been doing just a little bit of AFK kind of here and there. Just had some things going on the day-to-day, so haven't really been able to get a ton of content recorded, but have at least a little bit. One thing that I will say, we do have some orichalcum bars now that we can make. I did mine two of them, or 2 ores earlier, so that I can go ahead and get those taken care of into a pickaxe, so that I can just make these a little bit easier. But I'm just doing some burial smithing, so I'm getting the +3s right now, and I'll go ahead and heat those in a minute and get those done. Okay, so coming in, I ended up doing, like I said in the last video, I did a lot of AFKing stuff. I got about 1,200 raw desert souls from Menaphos fishing after I unlocked Menaphos. I am just going to cook these up and then most likely get my giant mole task taken care of and then see kind of what is up for the next one. These heal almost 1,200 HP each. Obviously, I need to get my constitution up a little bit more, but it is going to be kind of a big thing to have better food going forward. I know I'm kind of aiming for the catfish at 60. Obviously, I want the best food that I can possibly get, but as you see, I don't know what level you get. There it is, beltfish. So getting beltfish is going to be like a huge goal of mine in the future, but I'm just going to go ahead and cook a few of these up and then go get the giant mole kills. Okay, so coming back in, I'm just starting up this mole trip. I got, I think, like 100 desert souls cooked up or something like that. But one thing I wanted to kind of mention also, I know that if some people are watching that are, normally from old school, they'll kind of see when I go to eat food, the health is only up to 1175. I don't remember what exactly Desert Souls heal normally, but in RS3, you need a specific constitution level to get the full healing out of the Desert Soul. So if you see my constitution, how it says 58, that's what I need to get. I think it may be 1600 to actually get all of it, but I'm just going to look that up really quick. But yeah, so you need about 58 constitution to get all of the healing necessary out of a specific piece of food, and it changes for each of them. I think like lobsters maybe 40, but yeah, you do need constitution to actually heal better, which I think is kind of a weird thing to have. 1450, I just looked it up. 1450 you need for the full heal, or sorry, what the full healing of a desert soul is. Okay, coming back to death here, I just finished up that task, and now I have KBD. I'm gonna need to look up because I don't really think I have any good Dragonfire resistance right now. I need to figure out what the best way for me to get that is. I know Herblore is like really far away from me to get that. And it may be along the lines of like I need to use melee and go with the anti-dragon shield. So that's going to be a little bit tough, but I will see kind of what that looks like. Obviously, I'll need to get some prayer points for that. But let me go try out a kill. I'll probably record the kill and maybe go from there to see kind of how that looks on a first try and. Okay, so in the last clip, you would have seen me attempt to do King Black Dragon. I'm currently right now going to get some agility levels from the Grand Tree quest, I think. But what it seemed like is someone went and killed the King Black Dragon as I was like running over here, and it just popped up and said that I got the kill. So I guess I only have 4 left now, so I guess that's cool. And we are coming to the end. If this king stops talking to me, we are coming to the end of the Grand Tree, which is pretty exciting for a few reasons. Number one, magic XP. Get 2,000 out of that, get another magic level. Haven't really been using it, but I want to get up this a little bit farther because I think I need 55 in total to get the oh no, might be a little bit higher. Fire Blast, 59 for Fire Blast. For the Family Crest quest. There we go. We also get a combat XP lamp, which I'm going to toss on defense because I need defense quite a bit. Gets us up to 54. And then agility XP, which gets us up to 33. And that is a lot of stuff that we can do now. But mainly I want to focus on Shiloh Village to start to get towards the One Small Favor quest, and then get King's Ransom after that. So I'm probably going to go do Shiloh Village and start it off there. Okay, so just doing a quick check-in here. Haven't done really any other questing after the Grand Tree. Just came to Anachronia to get some levels, which apparently I now have all the levels for Horror of the Deep. But what I'm essentially doing right now is just getting up a little bit of my agility. And as you see, I got the Totem of Treasure and Totem of Summoning. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to use those in anytime soon. But I am going to probably end it off for here for the episode. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me on this. And if you could drop down and subscribe, like the video, leave a comment if you have any questions about anything or any suggestions, really. And I will see you in the next one.